Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on this episode, we're just hanging out here at Target House, which is part of the St. Jude ecosystem, one of the housing units where we're staying. And as you can see, we got a big storm rolling through here in Memphis. So I figured since I'm just locked up inside, we'd do a little low budget video here. Anyways, today on this video, I wanted to talk about deep diving crankbaits because this time of year, May, June, and July, this is kind of the trio of months where you want to start thinking about throwing deep diving crankbaits. As soon as those fish leave spawning areas and they get offshore, they're real susceptible to crankbaits because number one, they're active, in May and early June and all throughout June, really. And even when they start to get a little bit more inactive in July, crankbaits are a great way to get reaction strikes. Just bomb these crankbaits through those schools of fish, especially if you live or are fishing like the Tennessee River lakes, lakes with a lot of current where those fish set up in big, tight schools. Bombing a deep diving crankbait through them is a great way to catch fish. And so I wanted to show you guys three of my favorite colors for fishing during the summertime with deep diving crankbaits, because I always feel like the best way to approach fishing for me is to keep things pretty simple, not really do too many complex things. Obviously, if you looked at the amount of tackle that I've got in my garage, you'd be like, what are you talking about? This is not simple at all. You've got everything. But in reality, I still have all the tackle that I need to be able to really fine tune my presentation, really match the hatch or just match any situation I'm presented with. But in general, I'm just trying to, if I'm going to a new lake or if I'm going out fishing and I don't know what the fish want, I really just want to keep things simple and stick with the basics. So these three different crankbait colors, really there's four because there's one that's kind of a variation and has two different variations. But these three colors in general are the ones that I'm reaching for the most. 90% of the time when I'm deep cranking. All right, so let's get started. So the first one is, it's a classic nowadays, but back in the day, I think it was like early 2000s, KVD helped Strike King come out with a color called Sexy Shad. This right here is the Chartreuse Sexy Shad, and this one is a killer color, and pretty much every brand nowadays makes some variation of this. And again, this is not meant to be like one brand, talking about one brand and be a commercial on this, because I'm not sponsored by a hard bait company at all. Strike King crankbaits like the 5XD are like some of my absolute favorites. Again, keeping it simple. I don't have a lot of different brands, but the 5XD is one of my favorites. So Strike King came out with, Sexy Shad and then Chartreuse Sexy Shad and then a bunch of other different, slight variations. But this one right here, the Chartreuse Sexy Shad, has got to be one of my absolute favorites of all time for deep diving crankbaits. It's got a lot of different things that I really like. It's got that little bit of chartreuse, but not like a ton. It's a very realistic bit of chartreuse. It's a really good, just overall realistic shad pattern, but primarily in stained to moderately stained water. So what we see on the Tennessee River in general is a really good benchmark for throwing a sexy shad or a chartreuse sexy shad bait. And sometimes I'll switch between the regular sexy shad and the chartreuse version, but in general the chartreuse is actually my favorite because it's not like all chartreuse. There's a lot of white in there, and the chartreuse is just a little bit kind of a added touch rather than like a key part of the color scheme. But Sexy Shad in general, man, is a really, really good color overall for fishing. If you're looking for one to reach for pretty much any lake that has stained water, this is a really good one to start with, to try first. But there are times where the fish have seen a lot of this color because it is so popular that you might need to make an adjustment to one of the other colors that I'm going to talk about here. Yeah, this is a good one. And by the way, the reason why these are all in the pack is because I don't have my tackle boxes here. We went to the tackle shop, bought a few things to be able to do this video. So that's the reason why it's all in boxes. But now I got more crankbaits. All right, so Sexy Shad and Chartreuse Sexy Shad, really big time, general producer for deep diving crankbaits during the summertime. The next color that I really like is this Chartreuse powder blueback. There's a lot of different names for this. That's the name that the Strike King has for it. But essentially, this color scheme has a blue back and then kind of transitions into this bright yellow or chartreuse color. So it is a very bright, bold color. Many brands will call it maybe parrot or something like that. But this color doesn't look very natural, but when you're talking about low visibility situations, you're really just looking for the shades of colors. You're not really, at a certain point, a lot of these colors are gonna just turn into grays and whites and that sort of thing underneath the surface, just, filtering out those colors. And so I really like this color for dirty water situations where maybe you had a heavy rain and they're starting to pull a lot of current, or if the lake is just generally really dirty. The Sexy Shad color will still work in that situation, and I'll usually start with that because that white is very apparent in dirty water as well. But I really like this blueback with chartreuse sides a lot for dirty water, but also when the fish really just start getting out offshore. When the fish are really aggressive, like they are feeding hard after the spawn, a color like this that is real boisterous and bold and just in your face can get a lot of really good strikes from fish. And then once they start getting conditioned to seeing lots of crankbaits and they're really starting to key in and hone in on more natural colors, things that look exactly like the bait fish that they're feeding on, that's when I start putting this down. But when the fish really just start getting out early summer, so May, June, that color can be really killer. So something bright and bold like that, blueback, chartreuse sides, it is a summertime classic for deep diving crankbaits. All right, so let's get into a color that in recent years has become really important in my arsenal. I always seem to really focus on more bold and bright deep diving crankbaits in the past, but I feel like more and more people are fishing offshore in areas where you would fish a deep diving crankbait, and so it's becoming more and more important to be using more natural colors, as opposed to this one right here. And so this is a kind of there's two different shades of this overall pattern, but it is the gizzard shad colors that Strike King has, and then of course any brand really makes something similar to this. There's two different colors that I use. This one is the green gizzard shad, okay, and I also use the blue gizzard shad a lot. Both of them are very subtle. They're very realistic. They're good in clear water, but I also use them in fairly dirty water too when the fish are really, highly pressured, like on the Tennessee River. These colors are really good because they are super hyper realistic. As you can see, they're actually transparent as opposed to like these crankbaits, these colors, which are opaque. These are transparent, so the light can pass through them, and the color is just more subtle. They're actually not as visible, especially in dirty water, as these other colors. So it kind of counterintuitive that you would want to be throwing this, but I have had a ton of success. Like, in fact, most of my deep diving crankbait fishing has been done with this color, either in the blue or green gizzard shad color. And I think that the reason for that is that they're just so conditioned on these highly pressured fisheries to eat, something, or to avoid a color like Sexy Shad, or, the blue Chartreuse sides, blue back Chartreuse sides. I think that those more brighter, boisterous colors, when the fish are highly pressured, I live on Lake Chickamauga. That's a perfect example. There's always people out there, and a lot of them are throwing deep diving crankbaits. Not as much nowadays. It's more of a finesse lake, but yeah, this is a really good color to kind of lean on once you've already tried the other colors. I always like to try something that is a little bit brighter and more bold first and see how that does, and then go more natural. I'm not saying that's the right approach. That's just kind of how I process a scenario. But you could do the exact opposite. You could start natural first and then go to the boisterous. But I feel like if there's any fish in the school that are more willing to eat something that's a little bit more loud and just obnoxious looking, they're gonna eat that first, and then I can kind of pick off the ones that are a little bit more skeptical with something natural. So that's kind of my thought process. But anyways, guys, just wanted to outline the 3 different general colors that I like to throw with my deep diving crankbaits. Again, still have a bunch of other different colors that I try, that I'll cycle through, but these are the 3 that I use 90% of the time, and they catch fish anywhere. They'll eat a deep diving crankbait. So thank you guys very much for watching. It looks like we have talked through the entire storm, so thank you guys for that. I'm gonna see you out on the water. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and always trust the process.